guys want a shot at winning a copy of Call of Duty World War II for the console of your choice for absolutely free, a couple of my friends and I are doing a little giveaway. Link is down there in the description below. Go check it out if you're interested. Today I want to talk about something that deals with Black Ops 3 in a sense that some people may or may not like. I guess this really all dependent on your thoughts of the situation and everything like that, but I want to talk today about the future of Black Ops 3. Now that sounds kind of weird because obviously we're in that second year of content. Treyarch is ramping up now towards getting that next title of theirs ready to promote and to get out next November, but what are the odds that we see Black Ops 3 continue throughout this next couple of months, even after the launch of World War II? That's something that to me is kind of a relevant topic as of late, especially with how many World War II videos I've been doing, and a lot of people still say that they love the game, yes, but they still love Black Ops 3 and will still continue to play that as well. So it got me thinking about the possibility and the notion that maybe we'll still get some support here and there even after this November. Now I say support in a little bit of a manner that's once again may not necessarily make people too happy, but it is still technically support. That being the way of maybe DLC content drops in terms of weaponry and maybe even camos. Now, this is something where it's all theoretical, it's all speculation, and really could totally be wrong, which there wouldn't be anything, I think, too bad out of that statement and that outcome if that is in fact the case, but it is something that once again, the player base is still very strong as of now in Black Ops 3, and World War II looming around the corner, it still has the possibility to retain a decent amount of people. So with that said, I think it firstly all comes down to the dependency on how many people there are. It's a matter of supply and demand, essentially, in which if people are playing the game and still in large quantities, it'd be something where the demand for new content, new updates are still there. And it's something that at that point, Treyarch would be able to give something, even if it is just something, say, like a camo or a weapon. And so where this then could practically take form is in a couple of different ways. Firstly, as we've mentioned many times here up on the channel, once again, there are still about 7 or 8 camos left within the game files that have yet to really be brought to the surface. While one may very well be discounted simply because we ended up getting the 2 other variations here, but that being the Dragonfire camo, the Arcane Fire camo, and I forget the other one off the top of my head, but those Gorod Krovi Pack-a-Punch camos were all in the game files. There's still one more that has not been released, but with 3 of them being released now, I kind of doubt that that last one will be released as is. But there are still other camos on top of all that that are still in those game files and that still have the possibility of being reworked. And with how little we seem to be getting these sort of things dropped, and with how little time there is left in between World War II and now, it is possible that maybe we see some crossover later on down the line. As well, that same logic goes with the dozens of weapon possibilities that there still are. There's still a ton of different weapons that are Zombies exclusive, such as the STG-44, the MG08, the M1927, all those kind of weapons are still in the Zombies aspect of the game and still have those assets and attributes allocated directly to them, but just don't have a multiplayer port. So it'd be very easy to transfer those over, but also there's still a ton of weapons like the L96A1, the AUG, other classic weapons that realistically could be brought up like we saw with the XMC, with the KVK, with the M16, with the Galil, and so on and so forth. So there's still a lot of possibilities here with that to work out with. And the final thing that I want to mention actually deals with more so just a feeling, something that just would feel odd, if that makes sense. So as you guys know, we had 3 active titles this past year: Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare Mastered, and Infinite Warfare, all giving us content throughout the entirety of that year. So pretty much this year we were spoiled as COD fans essentially, and we had content drop almost every other 2 weeks at almost any given point in time within that year. And that's something that's actually kind of crazy to think about, but that's what happened. And so taking a look at it, going from 3 active titles getting that much content all the time down to 1 game would really be incredibly awkward feeling. It's something that would feel incredibly dry at times. So I'm wondering if this would be something that is taken into account and put in there as a secondary title, because Modern Warfare Master doesn't seem to really be taking up that mantle in terms of that secondary game once again, and especially with Raven really focused on the PC ports, it would make sense for some very little support here via Treyarch and content drops every so often to be that secondary underlying portion. And again, that's something that really doesn't take all that much time and effort compared to actually building a game. So when you think about it in terms of maybe say a comparison to money, it's something where a full game would probably be $100. $10, whereas DLC content in terms of drops, maybe about $1, maybe $1. But ultimately, I think that it really comes down to us actually, which is kind of odd to say. It really, once again, comes down to that supply and demand mentality for Call of Duty. If players still continue to play the game all throughout the year and everything like that, I think that it's almost a given that we'd be getting some support. While, once again, probably not a DLC 6 or anything major like that, because Treyarch is in fact focused on their next title, that theoretical Black Ops 4. It is something that those sorts of things, though, in terms of DLC content, could very well come because they don't take as much time in development, in the QA departments, all kinds of things like that, as compared to full content. So really, I think that's, in a theoretical standpoint, it might come down to just what we do as a community. So maybe it lies on us, maybe it will never happen, maybe it's already predetermined that Black Ops 3 will still get content throughout the next couple of months here, leading up into maybe about, say, February or March, maybe even April, who knows. But that said, love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Firstly, would you guys like to see Black Ops 3 be continued throughout the next year, or do you not necessarily care all that much? And what do you guys think of the possibilities of it? Do you think that there are enough weapon DLC possibilities, camo DLC possibilities, and of course, just the idea of having 2 less games this coming year as compared to this past year? What are your thoughts? Love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Black Ops 3, and of course, Call of Duty World War II. We're gonna be killing it here with all that content. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a beat. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected outside of YouTube, but practically live on Twitter. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, asking me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said and out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Mine is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.